Yeah, you're reading the title up there above this video correctly, folks. The question is Princess Sally Acorn of the Archie Sonic comic book and the Sonic franchise, Satayam franchise, whatever, has she become, and has she become the John Cena of the comic book, of the Sonic comic? It's just a question. It's just a question, you know. It's kind of, you know, and the reason I ask that is because it's kind of funny. It's kind of ironic when you look at the comparisons, especially from a fan base wise. You see, from a fan base wise, when you compare the two, they're almost similar. You see, if you're a wrestling fan, and I'm sure anybody that watches my videos probably is a bit of a wrestling fan, when you watch Monday Night Raw or you watch a pay-per-view, you have, every time John Cena comes out to the ring, or comes out to do a promo, or whatever, you have a mixed reaction. As soon as his music hits, you have a mixed reaction. Now, when he's wrestling, you have a mixed reaction as well. Now, it also all depends basically on what town they're in. If they're in Philadelphia, or Chicago, or heck, even New York, it's a bit of a negative bag, right? But when they're elsewhere, you know, it's like a mixed reaction. And the same could be said for Sally. You see, it all depends on how she's presented, what story she's presented in, how she's presented, and what kind of reaction she gets. And just like John Cena, she's always going to get a mixed reaction. Sometimes if the story is done right, she'll sort of get a positive reaction, sort of a mixed positive reaction. But if it's not done right, she'll sort of get a mixed negative reaction. And sometimes if it's not done correctly or not done right, period, she'll get mostly negative. If it's done right, it's done positive. She'll get positive. You kind of get what I'm saying. Basically, she gets the same mixed reaction as John Cena. I mean, heck, when John Cena introduced this championship back in 2005, people have been crying out, if you will, have been crying out for WWE to change this championship to another design. Well, they took the first step and just said, look, no more spin. It's just the WE. You know, it just says W. It just has the W on there for WE. No more spin. But when they had someone like The Miz as the champion, the only difference was they did that. Now, here's the thing. Those are the only changes they made to this title that John Cena introduced. They haven't changed it completely just yet, although there's been a picture floating around that there may be a title, that this might have a different title design real soon. Heck, even John Cena himself has pushed for it. But even though they've only changed the belt to where it just says it doesn't spin no more, that's okay. But here's the thing though, folks. Here's the thing. Just like fans want this to change overall, they want John Cena to change. They want WWE to pull that trigger and say, let's do something drastic and controversial with him. But they have yet to do this. And the same, for quite some time, could be said for Sally. They never took real drastic controversial measures with her. The last time they did anything controversial with her, I mean, there have been a few times they've done things controversial, don't get me wrong. Just like John Cena, she's very controversial. Archie Comics has even said it themselves, according to some sources. But they haven't really done anything drastic with her. The most controversial moments they've ever had with her is either trying to kill her off in Endgame, Ken Pender's idea, marrying her off to an evil Antoine, Ken Pender's idea, having her bitch slap, excuse my language, Lord, but forgive me for my language, God, but bitch slap Sonic in front of a crowd in 134, thank you Carl Bowlers, and then have a bit of a relationship, if you will, a flirtatious relationship or intimacy, if you will, with Monkey Kong in the Iron Dominion / Journey to the East story arcs. Thank you, Ian Flynn. But even with all those, they never did anything really drastic. The closest they ever came, I will say, have been Endgame, but that was overturned. And the other closest they ever came was with Monkey Kong, because they could have easily said, you know what? Let's have her stay with Monkey Kong and see what happens there. But they never pulled the trigger on those. Not until recently, when they allowed Ian Flynn, they and Sega allowed Ian Flynn to say, okay, kill her off, save her, roboticize her. And that's what's happened. Ian Flynn was given the go-ahead to do the drastic measure needed to bring in not just more controversy on the character and controversy on the move, but to show that they are willing to take that drastic step to improve, to not only gain new readers, but to show that anything could happen and that the unexpected can happen. Now WWE, from what many wrestling fans, WWE fans, and wrestling insiders and WWE insiders have all said, is that they have had the opportunity to pull the trigger to do something drastic with John Cena, drastic and controversial with John Cena. In this case, turn him into a full-fledged heel. But they have yet to do that. They have shown possible hints and clues that it might happen, but they have yet to pull the trigger. They have yet to say, okay, let's make him heel. And here's why. It all goes back to the mixed reaction. And that mixed reaction is due to the fact that even though you have a male demographic chanting, Cena sucks, you have that female and child demographic chanting, let's go Cena. And WWE is doing everything in the powers to try to get both sides to chant, let's go Cena. Because they feel that's the best way to go. Because they feel if they do anything drastic like turn Cena heel, they're going to lose money. They're going to lose merchandise money. Kids won't want to come anymore. That's the whole thing. You can have your one half of your fan base saying Cena sucks. You can have the other one saying let's go Cena. It's kind of like with Sally. There's one side that loves Sally and they go let's go Sally. And you've got another side that's saying Sally sucks. It's a mixed reaction. But again, the only difference between WWE and Archie Comics is Archie Comics had the, excuse my language, Lord, balls, if you will, to allow someone to take that drastic step and do what they did to her by roboticizing her. That's the only difference, because WWE, in the eyes of many, have yet to drop the balls, have yet to drop their testicles, and say, okay, let's turn Cena heel, or let's do this with Cena. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing right now. That is the whole reason, the whole thing, and the whole reason why when you compare the two, there's similarities. And why that question makes sense of is Sally, Princess Sally Acorn, is Princess Sally the John Cena of the Sonic comic, of Archie's Sonic? It makes sense. I know it may not make sense to some others, but it does. So, if you want to make a video response to this, go ahead. You want to comment down below, I welcome the comments. And thank you all for watching. I know it seems like a crazy question to ask, but hey, you got to agree, that does make some sense. Peace out.